Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. We're chapter 305, titled Midoriya Izuku and Shigaraki Tomura. Okay, right off the bat. Okay, I was gonna say my predictions for this one actually might have been involved with we might actually see some Shigaraki. Hold on, a really dumb pop up there. Um, I kind of was thinking that we might get some Shigaraki in this, because if we're seeing Deku in the Vestige world and doing all his stuff, I figured, well, why not actually see what Shigaraki's doing? I'm not sure if that's the case, but clearly he's in the name of the title. So, um, last chapter was fascinating. We got a lot of information about One for All, which was awesome. We found out why. We found out a lot of basically why All Might was such a beast with One for All, which is fascinating. Not only did he have the quirk for 40 years, but we found out that if you're quirkless, you're actually a much better vessel for the power, and I love the way they explain it with if you already have a quirk, you already have a filled cup, but if you don't have a quirk, then One for All becomes what fills your cup. And essentially how, like, at this point, Deku might just be the last person to ever have One for All because the power is so immense now. Just a lot of great stuff in that chapter. We saw all the different vestiges sitting in the chairs, which was really cool visual. So yeah, I can't wait to see what this chapter has to offer. It looks like we're still in the Vestige world based on this very first panel. I thought he would have woken up, but no, we're still in the Vestige world, which is a-okay with me. And yeah, very quick shout out to Carl, aka True Liberation, in the Discord. I believe it is his birthday today, and he was very excited to have a chapter on his birthday. So happy birthday, True Liberation. Okay. First panel, we get Nana, one of the best women in the entire show. She's awesome. Are you able to kill Shigaraki Tomura? She says to Deku. Excuse me? Says Deku. This isn't a request. This is a question of your will and intent, she says. Cat. You saw him during the last interaction and saw the face of a child who was crying. You felt that he was in pain, she said. Our hearts and minds are one, so we could sense that feeling within you. The problem is, we don't really see it the same way, says Banjo. We can also sense the boy being hurt by All for One, but that doesn't mean that he wants any of our help, though. Even in that tense situation, his eyes, they were filled with nothing but contempt. I mean, yeah, if anyone's eyes are filled with contempt, it's definitely Shigaraki's. The first user says he raised him that way. In Shigaraki's state, my brother probably took over his body by now. All for One's will has probably all but dominated his mind already. This is another attempt by him to get his hands on One for All. As for Mr. Kuhei over here and myself, All for One's tried to steal One for All from us twice and failed both times. Okay, interesting. So those two both had altercations with the man himself. Interesting. In order for One for All to stay safe from the evildoers, we require our successors to have an iron will, a nigh infinite determination. Ours is a power all too valuable to be risked for just one lowly person. Shigaraki's probably going to use your lack of an iron will to his advantage. They're saying Deku doesn't have an iron will? Alright. A power that cannot be transferred to another without the will of the user. And this is going to be a test of your determination. And it's coming back to that first, back in like chapter 2, like somewhere in the 280s, where it was that first, it was like All for One and Shigaraki and Nana and Deku, and they were trying to like take control. Whew, okay. Then we cut to another panel with Deku and the first user. One for All's edge, it has over One for all's edge it has over all for one is that it doesn't fall prey to being stolen. We've created and cultivated one for all for the specific purpose of eradicating all for one. And right behind him, we get another shot of that mysterious second user with his just facing the wall. Are they explain like what him and the third user are? Because they keep like subtly kind of showing him in the background. Yagi-kun is the prime example of this, and it's just showing all for one's ghosty like vestige. But my brother keeps coming back, and Shigaraki seems to be a part of his strategy to make you lower your guard. Nana says, Izuku-kun, I come to you not to merely tell you that there's no backing out now. I feel like it's cowardly for me to even consider thrusting my will onto you like this. But Tomura Shigaraki is my grandson. My grandson who became this way because I left his father at a young age to fight all for one. This is the result of my actions. And poor Deku, dude, listening to her say this. This is like... Just, I'm going to take a moment here. This is so freaking sad. Like, Deku's expression right here, Horikoshi just does such a good job with this. Deku knows this is the person that All Might greatly respects because obviously she was his master and stuff. And as this failure I brought upon myself, it seems so harsh to just pass it on to a 16-year-old child. I understand this, but... And she just looks so sad. Whoa! Oh, we got a great shot of Shigaraki here, like a moth, like awakening. Like, if my grandson, nay, if that thing reaches its potential, no one will be able to stop what comes next. Oh, guys, this is a great shot of Shigaraki. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, we got some more imagery. You would be fighting against the manifestation of pure evil, and it just showing this, like, blackened skull. There are people out there who cannot be forgiven, comprehended, or rehabilitated. What if he's one of them? And as it's showing Shigaraki during one of his iconic moments during the war, where he's like, you don't understand us, and that's what makes us villains. I think it was like that scene. Deku's just listening to all this. She puts her hands on his shoulders. When a person who looks like he wants to be saved, when he simply cannot be saved. And Deku's just... Oh, we get a close-up of Nana. Can you tell me that you have the will required to stop him at all costs? That's the question. Is Deku able to kill him? Prediction here before we continue. I don't think this will happen, but I think Deku is genuinely wants to save him. Like, I don't see any scenario where Deku's like gonna go into this planning to kill Shigaraki. I don't know how he would accomplish this, but I really truly think that is the case. Okay, so we get a shot of all the users: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Oh no, wait. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Oh no, she's the seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay. To me, it may be awkward to say this, but I felt, he's saying to Nana, when Shigaraki's consciousness manifested in One for All and entered the vestige world, I could feel what Shigaraki was feeling when he was told to think about his aspirations in the deepest parts of his mind. I could feel a child crying, and it just, oh my god. Way in the recesses, you see him holding his dog, Shigaraki holding his dog. Oh. Even Nana kind of looked like a little stunned by that. Wow. I fought against many people thus far. They had their ways set inside them, I had no choice but to stop them by fighting. Okay, we get a muscular, Chisaki and Stain. That's a cool kind of trio there. um, but I never had the opportunity to explore their motivations and pinpoint why exactly they became villains. If I understood them fully, some things may have gone differently. And we get Gentle Labrava image right here. Okay, nice to see them again. So I think those two are still relevant in the story. Like, not relevant, but like I think they'll come back, especially now. Like, you're showing all these people are showing, minus Gentle and Labrava. The other three, Chisaki, Muscular, and Stain, all just came back into the story recently from the prison break. Anyway, our fights could have resolved differently, perhaps. As he clenches his fist, countless people died, and it's showing the battlefield. And many of those who I hold dear got hurt. However, ooh, good shot here. Just the center of this page is it's a almost nearly blank picture, but it's Kid Deku walking to approach Shigaraki, who's like holding the dog and kind of like hunched over and clutching his face. That's a fantastic shot. That's awesome. One for all is a power to save people, not to kill, says Deku. All Might taught me that lesson. Yeah! Yeah, damn straight he told you that. Dude, and it's showing the flashback to him watching that video that he watched a million times of him saving the people on the bus. He's like, ha 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 ha, and he's like carrying all the people on his back. Oh, yes. That's great. And it's just showing, it's cutting to Toshinori's ghost. Not just me either. All Might. And you guys, who helped grow and cultivate One for All. You were responsible for saving a countless amount of people from then till now. So yeah, dude. Oh, look at that. This panel of all these people cheering for All Might and stuff. Man, I know it's been a while, and people, like, I feel like a lot of people have forgotten, but All Might was the GOAT and still is the GOAT. I'm such an All Might fanboy in this series. And I love what he's saying right here. Like, you guys say this power was made to beat All for One, but Deku says All Might showed me this power was meant to save people. That is amazing. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoa, looks like Deku's all, like, starting to get taken away from the vestige world here. Its origins may have rooted in the goal to eradicate All for One. Yeah, he's saying it right now. But because you've risked your lives and maintained this power, its purpose has changed and morphed over all this time. Yes, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you see the first user. No! No way. Okay, the first user's listening to this. Toshinori's ghost is listening to this, and you see Toshinori's ghost start crying. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, my heart. That's amazing, because, like, we've never seen any All Might, like, interaction with the vestiges or anything, but the fact he's crying right now, dude, you can tell All Might, like, feels this. Oh, that... I love that so much. There's certainly a possibility that he can only be stopped by killing him. And I haven't thought about the logistics of how I would go about it. But I want to try saving this crying child. And it's this... Oh, the Deku saying this is the kid Deku with the little M All Might shirt. The imagery in this chapter is straight fire. Oh my god, and he wants to save him. Oh, it looks like Nana's about to cry too. That's right, says the first user. And we'll be here to guide you on that journey. Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Oh, this is good stuff. I love this. Her about to cry, and then you cut to the first user sitting right next to Toshinori. Oh my god! And then that's right. And he says that, and he's smiling, and he puts his hand on the ghost of All Might, who's just sobbing right now. I love this shit. This is great. I'm incredibly glad that you of all people inherited One for All, as Deku's looks like he's starting to get engulfed in the stuff. I think he's. Oh no! Actually, no, he's not getting engulfed. I think he actually did manifest into the child in this form, like in this world, and I think he just like transformed back. That's really fascinating, actually. First user puts his hand on Nana. I apologize for testing you like this. It was a test the entire time? Oh no! Okay, the next I glimpsed at the next panel, or the one after this one. Gran Torino's still alive, she says. Soriko, we made the wrong choice. When you wake up, please tell him that I said hi. But our successor here is certainly determined. And she's just crying, wiping away tears. We still have more of the chapter to go here. This is so this chapter so far, it's just breathing like life into these vestiges. Like before now, you could argue that they weren't really like themselves. It was just kind of like what lingered on from who they were, like still their personalities and stuff. But you're seeing like some genuine emotion from these vestiges right now, like smiles and tears. And dude, like the tale of One for All is a sad one. It's of tragedy, but it's also of hope, and it's just like this complex of emotions. This is so great. Okay. First user turns around. How about you guys chime in now and help us out? And he's referring to the two that have their back turned against the wall, so that Deku knows what to expect out of the rest of your guys' quirks. End of chapter. We get a close-up of the two. They're still, the backs turned. The third user, we kind of see like part of his face on the side. Okay. I'm going to end my discussion talking about these two, because that's clearly where it might go next chapter. Because that's a big discussion right there. But let's go back for a moment. This is a freaking fantastic chapter. Like, don't get me wrong. I bet you some people might be upset with this chapter because technically not a lot happened. Actually, not a lot happened at all. It was just a discussion. But I mean that in and of itself is a big thing. But wow, man, this is a pretty long chapter actually. Okay, so them proposing the question, can you really kill Shigaraki? It was a test the entire time. Very fascinating. And I love how Deku passed it with flying colors. That is awesome. I like how they were explaining like why he can't take One for All, etc., etc. And then I love how the Deku says the true nature might have been originally to destroy, like the true purpose was to destroy All for One, but over the years it has become something vastly different. And mainly because of All Might. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they saved a lot of people before All Might had it. But All Might really, that's why All Might's still the GOAT, dude. Like, this is Deku's story. This entire series is about Deku, like essentially. Like, yeah, sure, it's about Bakugo and Shigaraki too, but like Deku's the focal point as we go throughout the story. But like the importance that All Might had, not just like leading up to this story, because obviously at the beginning we know he was like the symbol of peace and he was like the thing holding up society and all that. But even now, like they still talk about him because like he changed everything. He changed what One for All meant to the world and like what it could do. Had it for 40 years and just cultivated the shit out of it. This is I might get some flack for this. Not even flack, but this is probably the best Nana Shimura chapter we've ever gotten. And I know she was a focal point in like what I said, like the 280, like 4 whatever. I can't remember the exact number for the War Arc stuff, but she was a focal point in that chapter too. But we got such just genuine emotion from her and the other vestiges in general in this chapter. And she's really opening up about like Tomura Shigaraki's my grandson, and like this is all the result of my actions. This is a failure I brought upon myself. This amazing shot of Shigaraki with the moth wings. It could be butterfly too. I don't know the scan. One second. Got a call. Thought I had my phone off, but this seemed to be a random number. Yeah, great imagery here with Shigaraki. I can't tell if it's moth or butterfly wings. I assume it might be like a corrupted like butterfly. Hard to say. Yeah, just some great shots of Nana, especially when she's crying. That was so sad. And then we get like Deku saying, "I in the depths of his mind, I could see a child crying." And there's two main things I want to discuss now. The first of which is Deku saving Shigaraki. Now, clearly they're setting up like, and this is actually kind of fitting because Deku even said this to Night Eye, like about twisting fate. Like everything's saying that Shigaraki should be killed. Like that, like he's beyond redemption. And Deku, being the stubborn, glorious child that he is, I love him, bless his heart. He wants to save Shigaraki. Will he be able to do that, and how? And even Deku in this chapter says, I don't know how I'll go about it. What does he say exactly? He says, there's certainly a possibility, and I haven't thought about the logistics of how to go about it, but I want to try saving this crying child. And I love the image of it's the young Deku. Oh, that's such a good shot. There's a lot of great shots. There's the kid Deku with walking to help the kid Shigaraki. How the hell am I going to choose a thumbnail for this freaking video? Wow. Okay, so personally, this might sound like an asshole thing, but I've kind of wanted Shigaraki to end tragically. And what I mean is, like, I'm not saying that I want him to die because I don't like him. I like Shigaraki a lot as a character. I just feel like it'd be more fitting if he did, but the fact that Deku is so adamant about saving him, maybe it's just a setup for a bigger heartbreak when it happens that he can't save him. Like, I don't know. Again, he doesn't even know how he'll do it himself. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know if you think Shigaraki's going to be saved or not, and do you want him to be saved? That's the first thing. The second thing is, clearly we are cutting to the second and third users. He says, how about you guys chime in now and help us out so that Deku knows what to expect out of the rest of your guys' quirks. I want to make it clear. I don't want the second user to be Bakugo. I don't. I don't like the idea of time travel, and I think this would make things way too, like, just convoluted. That being said, it just looks like him. I get that the hair color is like darker than Bakugo's or whatever. It's not shaded the same, but like the shape of the hair is the exact same. I mean, come on, like And they clearly have resisted showing any of his face. And he's got the gauntlets. He's got some sort of gauntlets. There's a shot in here. Where was it? He was standing right behind the first user. Yeah, it's right here. I just don't know. Again, I don't want it to be Bakugo. I don't. I really, because if it is Bakugo, that means, and he's the second user, that would mean there's time travel, and I don't want that. I don't. The second user, that is definitely not Kirishima. I promise you guys, that's not Kirishima for two reasons. One, this guy's hair is white. As we know, Kirishima naturally has black hair, and he dyed it red. So it's neither one of those two. Both would show up as like a darker color here. And not only that, but he doesn't wear like the bun thing, the ponytail or whatever you want to call it. That's not his hairstyle. Granted, obviously he can grow up and change his style. I'm not saying he can't, but like even the side of the face that they're showing, that's just not Kirishima. So I don't know why people still think it's Kirishima. Just get out of here with that. It's not. The Bakugo thing, again, I don't want it to be. It just looks so damn similar. But looks like maybe we'll find out next chapter. I just want to know why they're not talking. He's like, can you guys chime in and help us out now so that Deku knows what to expect out of the rest of your guys' quirks? I think we're about to get a lot more information next chapter, which, hey, I'm down for. This was a fantastic chapter. Some of the best imagery any one chapter has had, I think. And that's saying a lot, because there was some chapters in the war. This was different, though. This was, like, very meaningful, like, stuff that represented a lot of what the series has meant. Like, the crying Toshinori ghost, the kid Deku, the kid Shigaraki, just Nana Shimmer crying. This is a great chapter. Alright. I'll leave it at that. But, yeah, leave your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think about these two users who we're presumably going to find out about? Do you think Deku will be able to save Shigaraki? And do you want him to? Just all that great stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle. Hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.